The other night, I was making a side salad for a slice of raw vegan pizza, which is almost ready in my dehydrator, and thought I should make a raw vegan dressing, and that I should make a video out of it as well. This dressing is easy, quick to make, and you can use just about any vegetable you probably already have in the fridge or using in your salad. It's oil-free, and it's a great way to incorporate even more fresh veggies. You can use it in other things as well. Today, since I have some zucchini left over from the pizza, I'll use it as my base. When you're deciding what to use, veggies with a lot of water are a great base, so you won't have to dilute your dressing with water. Think tomatoes, bell peppers. Zucchini has tons of water in it. I like using these because once they're blended, they give it a bit creamier texture. I'm using maybe about half of a large one. I'm also using a piece of celery top. You know, the part that a lot of people throw out. It may be too bitter for your taste. Personally, I think it goes well in a dressing. Again, it's all about getting creative with what you have and like. First, preferably in a high-speed blender, start off with some acid. Lemon juice, freshly squeezed. You can even zest it to give it a deeper flavor. This lemon is getting pretty old here, so I won't be doing that today, but feel free if you want to. So to even out that liquid, use your leafy salad greens. Yes, the same ones that you're using in the salad. I was using this organic herb mix which has even cilantro and parsley. But if yours doesn't, feel free to add additional greens. I'm adding about a few small handfuls. I know I'm not being really specific on amounts. It'll always vary with the type and the quality of your produce. The general idea is by volume in your blender, use around the same amount of watery veggies to leafy greens. You can always add a little extra greens after you blend it in case if it's too watery. You can add nuts and seeds like hemp, sesame, cashews, pine nuts, or even an avocado. Those will balance out your veggie liquid while giving you an even creamier texture and bumping up your good fat intake. I know some of you don't have that option in your pantry right this second, but they're great foods to add on your next grocery list. And then some people like to go low on the fat in their diet, and it's not necessary to make the dressing. The one I'm making right now tastes great once you add all the fixings. If you have nutritional yeast, go ahead and add some in. I put in about a tablespoon. Nutritional yeast is great. It has tons of B vitamins, while also adding a layer of flavor in the dressing. Then seasonings, whatever you like. I'm adding black pepper and garlic in mine. Add in some sea salt. Depending how salty you want it, add accordingly. I sprinkled in maybe a teaspoon because the next ingredients are pretty salty on their own. Now these last ingredients you may not have, but are great to use for dressings and a lot of other condiments and foods. I'm using chickpea miso. I love this stuff, and a little bit really does go a long way, kind of like how you use bouillon or base. The other secret ingredient that I love to add is brine. From any fermented vegetable that I have, even kraut juice or a couple of pinches of kraut itself. I'm using an old brine from a cauliflower mix. Now that you have all the ingredients in your Vitamix or blender, pulse it a few times to extract that liquid first that replaces your water that's usually needed to blend with. You might see here that my Vitamix got stuck with a large piece of zucchini. Normally, large pieces are not a match for the mighty Vitamix. But when you're working with little to no liquid at the beginning, it's tougher on your Vitamix. I think the company suggests to always use liquid up to the blade. I try to remedy this by adding water. I normally don't add plain water because it can dilute stomach acid, and I don't really want that while I'm eating. But since we do have some acid from the lemon, shouldn't be too bad if I use just a tad bit of water to get it going. Still, it wasn't until I unlodged it from the blade that it worked. If you do need to use water, just add a tiny bit. Veggies, especially water ones, have more than enough for this dressing. Blend till it's smooth. And here's our dressing. Now all you have to do is put it in a container and lid, and it can usually last you a few days, so you can add it to your salads and other meals. Yep, it's that simple, that quick. Remember, you can eat healthy by doing what you can with what you already have or can afford. Thanks for watching.